The following may contain language which will be offensive to some people and inappropriate for children. Still here? Then pour your favorite beverage and let's get this fucking show started.
Fantastic Forum, assemble! You're watching Fantastic Forum, the premier show about comic books and your live weekly conversation about entertainment and geek culture. We are the Fantastic Forum, coming to you live and direct from the Hall of F. Hope you're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night, as the case may be, depending on where you are in the world. And if you're not, you should stick with us. We'll help you take it up a notch. You have the usual suspects in the building. First, he is a riddle inside of an enigma trapped in Chinese finger cuffs. You don't know him. You love him anyway. He's our silent assassin, Jay.
Hey, what's up?
What up, Jay? Next, he's the backbone, the pillar, the strength of Fantastic Forum, our nigh invulnerable brawler and resident strongman, Moses Magnum.
Hi.
Hi. As for myself, my name is Lawrence Young. They call me Mir Young. Welcome to Fantastic Forum. Shout out to Oz. He's not here yet, but we're expecting him. We believe he will show up. But if not, hey, you got us. And we got a great show for you today because we are going to be talking to you all about Venom, The Last Dance.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Listen, look. It doesn't need to be me. It could be all of us. Here we are, Venom, The Last Dance, and we're going to be talking to you all about season 3 of The Legend of Vox Machina. So we got all that coming on, along with whatever else it is that you want to talk about, and you can let us know how, or we'll let you know, I should say, how you can get down Fantastic Forum in just a moment. But before we do that, we want to make sure that we thank Mr. Scott Rubin, because without him, the show would not exist. So we just want to send a big shout out to Scott Rubin. Thank you, good sir. And with that said, let's have the intern do their thing.
Want to get in on the action? Call Fantastic Forum on Skype and join the fun. Too shy to call in? That's okay. You can join the Discord chat room available at
FantasticForum.live.
Join the party. You know you want to.
Indeed. FantasticForum.live. Go there. You can become, right now, coveted spot, 4th member of the Fantastic Forum. You can do that today if you like. Or if, you're shy, you could always jump into chat. We'll take your comments out of chat and bring them into the show. And yeah, do all that. Do one or both, all those things. Gentlemen, it's good to be here. I hope you all are doing all right.
Yeah.
Word. Uh-oh. You look like you were going to say something, Jay, but then you opted against it.
Yes.
Okay. Look, is that for the betterment of the show, or is that to save yourself embarrassment?
It's always the detriment if he doesn't say it.
It's for the better of the show.
Okay.
Say it, Jay. Say it. Say it.
I don't even remember what it was anymore.
Oh.
I forgot.
Is it about Palestine?
Right.
No, I don't know what's going on in Palestine.
Oh, that's okay, I guess.
I was at a concert. I was at a concert last Friday. And
Hatebreed, right?
No, that was the Tuesday before that. This was a Twitching Tongues Halloween party where they dress up like the Misfits, so they do Misfits covers.
Oh.
And then one of the dudes, I forget them. I think it's a band called Firestarter.
Mm.
They're like they did all Prince. They dressed like the singer dressed like Prince, and they did a whole Prince set.
Wow.
Yeah, and they did a really good job. He had some really good backup singers, but he dedicated songs to Palestine, but he kind of didn't want to. So I'm just screaming from the mosh pit, "Say it, say it!" And then he said it.
He didn't. Uh-huh.
He stopped second. He's like, some people might not want to hear this, and maybe I shouldn't even say it. And then he just kind of paused it, and I'm like, say it, and then he said it, and he dedicated the song to the people suffering in Palestine.
Was it a Prince song?
Yeah.
What song was it?
Nothing Compares to You.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's fair.
He just wanted to express his feelings about it and then sing the closing song. So
yeah.
I had to help him express his feelings.
Yeah, man. That's whatchamacallit. That's probably the only Prince song that someone's ever covered and was better than Prince.
I think he I think he might have written it for her, for Sinead O'Connor.
I don't think so.
No?
No, I think she just covered it.
Yeah.
And I mean,
he hated people.
She definitely made that her own.
Yeah.
Huh?
He hated people covering his music.
He did.
But
he did. He was not.
I think
a fan.
he gave her that. They gave her the okay ahead of time. I think. I don't know. There's something there. Like it's one of those things. Like that's why I thought he had written it for her. But who knows?
Yeah. Yeah. So okay. We do have a caller. Oh, look at that dapper gentleman.
He's a real American.
It's Heck self-portrait.
That's right,
A real
brother.
racist American.
That's right, brother. It's all right when it's all white.
Listen, in fairness, none of us thought that Hulk Hogan wasn't racist, right? I mean, we all knew.
We knew like he said the N-word a bunch of times. I don't think that makes you racist, but when he says it, I think it does.
I mean, he kind of said we're all a little racist.
Yeah.
And then drop the N-word like 15 times.
Yeah.
I didn't see that tape. I don't know about the people who did.
Yeah, I'd seen it. And then I saw the tape where he fucked Bubba the Love Sponge's wife.
It's the same tape, ain't it?
Yeah, it is.
I love how at the recent rally in Madison Square Garden, he tried to rip his shirt off and was struggling. That shirt almost got the 3-pin on him. Almost got the 3-count on him.
You're fucking up when you lose a wrestling match to your shirt. In all fairness, it was 2 shirts because he accidentally grabbed the undershirt because he was trying to get the Trump. He was trying to show the Trump shirt under, and he ripped that in the process. It was
what I'm doing, brother.
The shirt had a hidden ally under the ring.
Yeah. He has a beer out too.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan?
Yep.
What's it called?
Real American Beer.
Oh, Jesus.
That's uninspired.
I know 100%.
He's like, I don't know. It's the way it looks and everything. It's deliberately promoted towards the MAGA crowd.
Well, in what part of his argument? I don't know if
Beeromania.
That's 100% what I was thinking. That's the laziest name that we would allow.
But one of the things that they're mad about is that a lot of our American spirits and beer is owned by other companies. So they're either part Japanese. There's no true American liquor anymore, except for Jack Daniels, I think. And beer,
that's capitalism, brother.
What about Sailor Jerry's?
Sailor Jerry, I think, is owned by Heineken or one of those.
Listen, it might not have started out that way, but like Heck said, a lot of these joints got bought, and that was what they want. That's what they were trying to do.
Hey, I'm not saying it's wrong.
No, I'm not saying that to you. I'm just saying that in general, it's they're acting as though that's not in the spirit of the American sentiment, which is that's capitalism. Just
Look, I can't see if he's that angry about it. He should be drinking Uncle Nearest, but I don't see him doing that.
I don't know.
That is a whiskey company owned by a black woman, I think now, right?
Yeah,
and
I think so.
It was Uncle Nearest was one of Jack Daniels's, like he taught Jack Daniels how to distill whiskey. And so he was employed by him and became, then did his own thing. And then, they revived it a couple years back.
Oh, nice.
Shit's amazing. It's like drinking, remember Larry? We had it.
Okay. It's delicious. I love Uncle Nearest.
Maple syrup.
What?
Like basically the dude that gave Jack Daniels the formula for whiskey.
Yeah. And then he had a bunch of different formulas. So you have like the one we had, I think was 1847. And then they have a couple different variations of it too. So like that. Man, I should be rocking my uncle. I have an Uncle Nearest shirt. I should be wearing that. I'll save it for Black History Month. Know your history, man. Know your history.
Like, Hecht, have you seen Venom?
I have not. I haven't even heard about it actually. Like, I haven't heard nothing from anybody.
Oh, got you. I was like, I mean, it came out, right? I was wasn't sure if I was like,
what's weird? If it wasn't for doing the show, I wouldn't have known it came out. Like, nobody's talked to me about it yet.
Yeah,
I would agree with you on that.
Yeah.
I think everybody fell off after the second one.
Yeah.
It was really bad. The second one was really
but
bad.
But it made a ton of money.
Did it make a ton
of money?
Did it?
No, I'm looking at the wrong one. I was looking at the first one.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, I don't know that it made a ton. Like, it made some, but yeah. But anyway, so heck, there might be a few spoilers for Venom: The Last Dance coming up. Are you okay with that?
That's fine. I'm
okay.
I don't think I'm gonna pay money for that movie.
That's fair. There, look. Let's see if Jay can change your mind. Jay, let's
I'm
jump
here to
into
be
review.
persuaded.
Okay.
Comic book theater.
Yes. Okay. Oh, geez, my cat is trying to friggin' be on the show. It's not.
Let
no,
him.
Austin.
Let him.
But like, if he would just chill, I know, right? If he would just chill, I would see. But like now, his tail's on my chin. No Diddy, and it's like if he would just relax and just be cool, then I would let him. But this fool's gonna start trying to do all types of stuff. Like, are you gonna chill out, Boston?
He's gonna type in chat.
Boston, where are you going? No, see, like, you can't meow, man. It's like you're literally, see, now he's messing with the computer. You're like, Boston, I'm trying to do something for the people here. Can you just relax?
They know it's Devil's Night, man. We got to go out. We got to loot places.
There's Boston. See, could you just like do this? Could we like be like a evil duo? Will you just stay right here? No. Okay. Well,
start doing it, Boston. Go. Fire it up. Fire it up.
All right. And now I probably have like white cat hair on my chin somewhere. You're like, what is that?
Blame
whatever. Right. Anyway, so this past weekend, Venom: The Last Dance released in theaters. Well, I'm not gonna say unfortunately. I didn't get to see it. Moses was conscientiously objecting to it. He's politically protesting that movie.
Wow.
I did like what Jay did with Joker too.
Right. And but Jay did see it, and Oz, if Oz shows up, Oz saw it too. So, Jay, man, do us the favor and tell us what's the deal with Venom: The Last Dance.
So basically, because Venom saved Eddie from death, they now have a codex inside of them. And it's something that Null needs to get free from his prison. So he sent a bunch of hunters to Earth to go hunt down this codex that Eddie and Venom have.
So the Silver Surfer's not in it?
No.
Wait, hold on now. Did Venom, like, you have to refresh my memory here. Did Venom save Eddie from death in, like, the last movie? Or did that happen in this movie?
It happened in the first movie.
Oh. No. Like, wait, so what happened in the first movie what?
He got, like, stabbed through the heart or something.
Oh, okay. Listen, I don't remember that at all, but that's okay. I mean, that was a long time ago, right? Like, and wasn't a particularly good movie. So
I just thought he had his heart broken.
Yeah, by a knife.
So, yeah, it's basically the military is trying to capture symbiotes because they're not sure what their purpose on Earth is, if they're like running from someone or if they're thinking of invading. And basically, Venom gets caught up trying to dodge them and dodge the hunter from Null. And it all kind of comes together in a climax.
now, and forgive me for asking questions here because I'm just trying to make sure I understand the plot. Now, you say there's a codex because Venom saved Eddie's life. What does that mean?
Like, is it a book?
No, it's a genetic codex.
It's a creed, an Assassin's Creed.
Okay, so there's a genetic code that Null can use.
Yes.
Okay. But it's a physical thing, or is it like his genes?
His genes.
Okay. Just making sure I'm understanding. Okay. So Null sends Hunter symbiotes to Earth to go get it. And
Right.
are symbiotes that the military is trying to capture?
No, they don't know about those yet. They're trying to catch the regular Venom type symbiotes.
Are there symbiotes other than Venom?
Yes.
Oh.
There are like 6, I think, that they have so far.
Okay. And those are what, like Carnage children?
They don't say who sired them, no.
Oh, they're just there. They just appear.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's fair. Do they don't, I mean, I'm not saying they have to tell you where they came from or whatever. Do they give you any kind of like theory in regards to?
They were running from their home planet because they don't like Null.
Oh, that's the theory they give?
Yeah. Well, that's basically what they're doing. Like he's in prison, but they still want to be as far away from him as possible.
Right, because it is like a hive mind, right? So if the further away they are for longer, like the more independent they become. Or no? It's not
They don't mention the hive mind.
Okay. See, listen, you do too much
I'm
story here, man.
Well,
listen,
no, I read comics. I read fucking comics. So I'm asking.
That's your problem.
Like when Joe explains it, like
Sony Pictures don't.
I could use my comic stuff to make sense of it, but of what I'm missing, But I don't know if that's the case,
You should work for Sony Pictures.
I mean, I said it. I could fix that fucking Venom movie real quick. Yeah.
Thank you, Tugboat.
Like we can show the people. Taking Tugboat says, been loving the picture eye contact Hello, FF. I hope you all are having a great week. Happy Halloween. Thank you, Taking Tugboat. Happy Halloween. And yes, I agree. And then we also have Tiger Claw, who says the codec became active after a symbiote brings its host back to life. It wasn't there before. You say you guys should know your symbiote lore. Oh, believe me, we do.
Yeah.
And this is not it. That's why we're like, what's happening exactly? Like,
Yeah.
why is like
So-
what?
Tiger Claw forget what shows he's listening to.
The 6 other symbiotes might not even be related to Venom and Carnage, right?
Right.
Okay, so those are ones that came. Those are like symbiote, like Clintaran refugees or whatnot.
They're Clint's.
Basically, that's what we're saying, Jay?
Speaking of Clint,
Yeah.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the 5th member of Fantastic Forum, our intrepid senior reporter, Oz.
Yes. Sorry about that. New house, new problem.
That's okay.
He's watching the Dodgers.
Oh no, they suck today.
No, they're 5.
No,
they just in one inning they made 5 runs. They're even right now, 5-5.
Damn.
Well, that shows you how much I wasn't watching it.
That I was watching. When Larry introduced me. I left the camera on myself, and I'm watching them hit the 5 home runs. Like,
Yeah. No, we just spent the last 15 minutes chasing the possum out of the house.
Oh, jeez.
That's what you have a dog for.
Yeah, he's the one that brought it in as a chew toy. I'm surprised it was still walking.
Jesus! Oh
Look,
my
you should have
god!
seen the crime. You should have seen the crime scene I had to clean up this morning. Well, yesterday morning, as he got a hold of a raccoon.
Damn. Did he get hit by the raccoon at all? Like scratched and bit?
No. He got it. That thing.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. If he would have brought it back, he could have had a codec.
It looked like there was a symbiote coming out of its belly.
Oh, jeez, man. Taking Tugboats in chat said Oz looking like he's Harry Potter streaming under the stairs. There it is.
Ask you, man, are you okay? Have they asked for a ransom?
This proof of life.
This is the new studio, guys.
All right. Listen. So somehow it's still more lively than Jay's. No, it's okay. It's okay. So yeah, let's get back to Venom: The Last Dance here. So we're in the middle. Jay's filling us in on the initial story here, Oz. And so far we've gotten symbiote refugees and hunters coming to Earth to get the Kodak, which is, I guess, somehow the key to free Null from his prison. Is that right, Jay?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the setup. How did you feel, Jay, about the movie, I guess, up until that point? Like when you're like, okay, here's what we're doing to kind of doing our inciting incident and beginning to go into what your, the rising action of the film. Like how are you feeling at this point?
Oh, fantastic.
Okay.
I'm loving it so far.
Okay. At that point, you're loving it. Okay, cool. I mean, I don't know. Are we doing spoilers here, fellas? Or are we like, is this a movie
is
that
anybody planning to watch this?
I might go see it again.
Oh,
yeah, but
what?
Oh, see, so don't spoil it for Jay.
Right. So, okay. So, I mean, you all are better, I guess, to judge how deep into spoilers we should.
Honestly,
get.
it's pretty straightforward.
Okay.
There are not a lot of twists and turns. It's like pretty basic.
Okay.
So I would say not a whole lot to spoil. I mean,
Okay.
the ending. I mean, come on, it's called The Last Dance. Like,
I don't know
one
what
of them is gonna die.
Oh, I did not know that. No, I look. There's a lot of movies that are called The Last Whatever, and then the next one is Back in the Saddle. You know, you know what, right? So
Well, one
I
of them
don't.
dies.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, there you go.
Which one?
That would be a spoiler.
But can I request a spoiler?
I mean, it's not hard to
I think
figure out.
it's probably the one that isn't CGI.
Like one has been dead and brought back, so we know that's a thing.
That's hilarious.
Okay.
So like when they talk about I wasn't a big fan of like the whole King in Black thing, which is the event that brought Null. Finally brought Null.
You're gonna hate the after credit scene.
Oh, okay. I mean, listen, I'm probably not because I'm just gonna be like, oh, this is I'm gonna dislike the after credit scene as much as I'm gonna dislike the rest of the movie. I'm sure.
Well, no. If you didn't like the King in Black story, you will enjoy this movie
because it has nothing to do with any of that.
No,
this movie is great. Like,
but it doesn't have the Silver Surfer in it.
Yeah, this movie is great. Like, it is so much like it's cohesive, and the characters, what they do, makes sense from their perspective. Yeah, it's like I don't know if you remember. Like, I didn't like 2. I thought it was a mess. And a lot of the character actions just didn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is a complete 180. Like, almost every action the characters make makes sense.
Okay. No, that's good to hear at least. But the question I was going to ask is, with King in Black, the primary thing that I guess was being sent to Earth symbiote wise were like dragon looking things.
Yeah, we got those.
Okay, and is that what the hunters that got sent look like?
Yeah.
Oh. Do you feel like is it like the movie's own take on those things, or do they look like the symbiote dragon?
What they look like. I never read The King in Black.
Okay. Yeah,
like,
and
I read some of the Venomverse stuff, but only because I was promised a magical girl, Venom.
What?
Did that happen?
Yes, it did.
No,
I was very satisfied with that.
Listen, look, Jay gets whatever he wants. Jay didn't even know he wanted that. But he got it anyway.
That's in this movie, right?
No.
Where's
Christmas instead?
Okay.
Wait, what?
Are the things that got
Christmas? A
Say
red
it again,
and green
Oz?
symbiote.
Are the things that you're talking about, Lawrence? They look like bats. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Like
these are like similar, but if they were dogs.
I feel like that's kind of close to the comic. Like I feel like there are there's different ones kind of. But
I have them. I can share it real quick.
Oh yeah, sure.
The comic ones.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Share the comic ones, and then that way, Oz and Jay can say like how close they resemble. So yeah, you can't blow that up at all, huh, Mo?
No, these look more like dogs.
Like more dragony. Like think like on all fours dragon type.
Oh, so they're deviants. Like in the Eternals.
Actually, yeah, they did look like the deviants. Yeah, in the movie, yeah.
They keep using those same models.
They
come
really
on.
find a way to fuck things up, right? Like they're going out of the way to fuck it up, or
Were
at
those
least
bat things?
design wise, because Jay
They
likes the
actually
movie.
shows them in the trailer.
Were those bat things ever able to teleport throughout space and time instantly?
No.
Okay.
At least not that I know of.
Because
Can they do that
were
in
here.
this movie?
Oh yeah, anytime like the codex lights up whenever Venom becomes full Venom, and so he would do that, and like instantly those things are there.
Damn. Like, do they actually teleport, or do they just
Yeah,
show up?
they start up in I guess it's Clintar, and Noel sends them, and yeah, a portal opens up in front of them like the Space Stone, but yellow, and they jump through it, and they're on Earth.
Wow. So, are there any like named like symbiotes in this movie that aren't Venom or Null?
Yeah.
Well, Scream and was it Misery, right? Like,
Oh, I forgot that they were in it. Like that, they were in the trailer or something.
I heard somebody, well, like that spotting them in the trailer early on, but I don't know. You guys tell me.
Hold on, I can
So,
pull up.
Toxin.
Yeah, but Toxin was in the other one, right? In the first one.
I don't think so.
Or
Right?
who was the dude in the first one?
That was son of a bitch.
I don't know. Like, I don't even know.
Right,
their name.
okay. It wasn't Toxin, but they all sound the same.
They do, yeah. Like, let's see. What are the Go use your Marvel Snap knowledge. What are the cards that we got? Right?
Well, we
probably
got
those.
Misery, we got Scream,
We got Agony.
Thorn, Agony. Taking Tugboat said Riot was in the first.
Riot, yeah.
Riot. That's the ones whose name doesn't even make sense. Like, like
Tremor, Violator.
I don't even remember Riot in the first movie. Like, I guess I must have pushed that movie out of my head.
It was a villain guy, like the one. Like, remember there was two symbiotes fighting.
Which one, Jay? Which one is the symbiote that had the Flash powers?
I don't know her name.
I want to say Agony because she's purple,
Symbiote.
but I
So
don't know. And like that symbiote just shows up out of no. Like, did they foreshadow at all? Besides the the shit on the neck, that she could do that? Any of that?
No.
Like she honestly pulls out a vial of Venom goo that's all like magical and shit, like just out of nowhere. And
No, she got it. She rescued it when they were fighting the dragon thing.
Is that
Okay.
Juno Temple's character you guys are talking about?
I don't know who that is.
I mean, you watched the movie.
Yeah, but Juno Temple, the name doesn't ring a bell.
I mean, there's only like how many key roles in the movie?
yes, that is Juno Temple's character. That's the blonde doctor, Jay.
Oh, okay. Who's Christmas?
that's Toxin, right? Toxin's Christmas.
The actress?
So you know what? Let's get into like. Did you, Jay? You liked the movie. Oz, did you like the movie?
I liked it more than part 2, but overall it was fine.
Yeah.
Like I'm not like it's not amazing. It gets in its own way. It tries to be funny, like the dance scene with the lady from the like that's unnecessary. The hippies, completely unnecessary. They're written in a way that does move the story along, but not necessary, and it feels like it's just them trying to be funny, and it, not that funny. So there's a lot of wasted time, which is weird to say for a movie that's an hour and a half long.
and see, so Jay was praising it essentially, like he wants to see it again, but he liked, but I like the cast. Like everybody's a good actor. I would see them in any movie together that wasn't Venom: The Last Dance. And so why don't you tell me a little bit of that? Like as a film.
The cast is wasted though.
Yeah.
Let's see, who's the guy that was the lizard in the
Rising Fence.
Yeah, he's just plays a hippie. And he kind of like takes him to Area 51 or whatever. What
that dude should have been no.
Edgefor.
Yeah.
He's just like generic ass soldier guy. Andy Serkis.
You would tell Edgefor is him?
Yeah,
he does a really good job of being a generic soldier guy.
Yeah, but he's still generic. He's way more talented than what they use him for.
Yeah, you're wasting. Like he's Baron Mordo.
Who played Noel? Was it Andy Serkis? Because I see he's
it was Andy Serkis.
Completely wasted. He's got 2 minutes of screen time total.
What?
So he never gets off the damn chair. The scene.
Did you say a poem?
Yeah, he does a poem at the end.
Oh.
Okay.
So the main villain really is only on screen for 2 minutes.
The first thing you see and hear from this movie is Noel. He's also the last thing you see and hear from this movie, and that's the only time he shows up. That's it. He never actually. I guess he doesn't get released because they destroy the codex or whatever.
They kept their
so why would we even have him in the movie then?
For the after credit scene is, I guess, teasing that he might, like they're trying to Thanos him or something.
The threat.
I have no idea.
Basically,
apparently not.
You need him to send the dragons to prompt the. Basically, yeah, you need him to send the dragons to Earth to perpetuate the story.
Right.
So,
but if he's stuck,
I mean,
and the one thing that could free him is gone, then he's not a threat.
Not anymore. Not now that the movie's over.
So he's dark.
But before that, he was.
So but here's the thing. Like I've read comics where a bunch of these symbiotes run around and do a bunch of shit.
You could have just stopped at I read comics.
And you don't like, but you don't need No for those. Like, like you could have done the movie without No. Like from what it sounds like, I haven't seen it, but I'm asking you. Like, do you, Jay, think this movie could have been done without No?
Yeah, you don't need him.
Okay.
You could just have the dragons show up. Yeah. Like I don't need to know where they came from.
I mean, shoot, it sounds like basically the dragons just showed up.
He's not necessary.
Not really. No, they come.
I mean, the dragons could just show up and then they could say, "Oh, the guy that created me sent them."
Right. But you still need the dragons.
Yeah, you need something for them to fight off.
So is it the other symbiotes fighting off the dragons? Is this what I'm hearing?
Yeah, they're all good guys now.
Okay.
Wait, so Oz, do you know where those other symbiotes came from?
Yeah, they were all. I mean, even way back in the first movie, there was like a whole bunch of them in different tubes.
Yeah,
they all get released.
Oh, I didn't listen. Okay.
And then they bond with random people and are like amazing at everything.
So, would you?
Which actually another stupid thing that pissed me off. Look, you got this group of symbiotes struggling together to take out these dragons, and then at one point Venom is just like, okay, and like he just like grabs all of them and he's holding them all down by himself, and that like everybody else has been struggling suddenly without any, like he didn't get a power up or nothing. He just all of a sudden can just hold them down.
The dragons?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think he grabs all of them.
All right, so
keeping that pimp hand strong.
One more question from me, who hasn't seen the movie. Jay, you liked it. Where do you see this going? Like, you want gonna be more of a Venom verse, or like without Tom Hardy because he died, I think.
Or Venom did. Like one of those two. I'm not. It could have been Tom Hardy. It could have been Venom. Like it's probably easier to get rid of the one who is CGI than the one who isn't.
Well, no, because you got to pay the one who isn't. So for the next movie.
So I don't know which one it is. It's one of them. I mean, I know. I'm just not saying.
Yeah, but like you're really all in on this movie. You like it. You enjoyed it.
It's like, and it's part of my expectations. Like, I hated too. Like, legitimately disliked that movie a lot. Like, was
you could
bored.
say we had scorn.
I just, and this was not that. Like, this was, I think this was probably even better than the first one to me.
What? Really?
I can believe it. Like, from what you guys are telling me, like the shit that happens, and it seems like a better conflict, you know? But especially if you're not gonna use a Spider-Man that jumps straight into just like independent. Like the best way to do an independent from Spider-Man story is to do the Clintar shit, you know? Like you could have had a movie that took place in only in space. Yeah.
Yeah. But I really enjoyed this movie. Like I was actually having fun. Like there's this huge fight at the end, and I'm like pumped, like watching it.
So, what are the other like symbiotes like character wise? Because I mean, I just know
Bruiser,
like, but wait, well, hold on.
They don't
like,
they don't do much. They just show up to fight, except for Toxin. He's the only one that actually like talks to people. Yeah, the other ones just show up to fight. I think two of them are together. So like one gets all hurt because her man gets killed.
Oh. So there's no like characterization at all for these other symbiotes. Like it sounds like you said there are like 4 or 5 of them, right?
Toxin gets characterization. Christmas gets characterization.
It's not called Christmas, right? Just green and red.
The girl's nickname that possesses a symbiote her nickname is Christmas.
Okay, so the character is Christmas. Okay, got it.
That's your gift.
Oh, boo. Listen, you can write Venom 4. Heck.
I'm on it.
Yeah.
Hey, as long as the money's green, I'm good.
It's green and red.
That's the next symbiote.
So Christmas gets a little bit of characterization, you said, Jay?
Yeah, they characterize her.
Okay.
All right, so let's just rate it, I guess, because unless, I mean, you guys pretty much are telling us the whole movie.
Like, oh wait, are you against that all of a sudden?
No, they're not telling me enough. Like I gotta interview these guys about the movie. They're expressing themselves about this movie. So just let's rate it. What, 5 out of 5, 10 out of 5? What do you? 2 out of 100. Jay.
I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. Like I had a fun time watching it.
Okay.
How about you, Oz?
I'm gonna go with 3. I don't regret watching it. It was a fun time, but they do a lot of stupid things that piss me off.
That's fair.
And Oz is right. The casino shit was stupid. I didn't mind the hippies as much. Even though the song number was like, you know me, I'm not a big karaoke fan.
Wait, is the song number and the dance number the same, or is that two
No.
separate things?
No, the
Jesus
dance number is
Christ.
with Mrs. What's her name? Mrs. Chen.
from
Which that happens at the casino,
from the
and
bodega.
then the song number is with the hippies in a van.
Like, do people just like seeing this kind of stuff in movies like this? Like have you
No.
as I'm just trying to figure out like why they keep doing it, like why we keep getting like random dance numbers, or
They thought it was funny.
ugh.
Was
the movie funny at least?
And it was an opportunity for Venom to say this is the last dance.
Does he actually say that?
Yeah, he tells that's when he starts dancing with Miss Chen.
Oh jeez.
We live in a time where to keep the kids busy, there's a head coming out of a toilet. So
You're right.
that's
Right.
where these movies are heading, man. We're gonna have
listen.
Venom head, Venom Skibbity.
Listen, Venom was already skibbity in the first movie. That was the problem.
That's
Look.
hey man. That's where we're going.
Skibbity probably came from Venom.
Skibbity Venom.
Skibbity.
Damn,
I don't even know what
that's
that means.
messed up. Okay, all right.
Is he right?
Anything else you all want to say before we talk about something else?
I got one question. Is
Go for it.
the music and everything related to the music better than Joker 2?
Yes.
I didn't watch Joker 2, but my assumption is yes.
Okay, that's all.
Well, now after watching Venom, we might as well watch Joker 2.
Why would I do that?
I mean, you didn't like the last Venom.
Right, but I thought the first one was acceptable.
Right. But the first one you didn't. It's still like you didn't like it. You can still watch the second one, the next one, right?
Yeah, I'm not gonna go watch a fucking Joker musical.
It's Joker, the last laugh.
I'll go with you.
No, you already saw it.
I haven't
Wait.
seen it. I haven't seen the Joker. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to see Joker 2. Like,
Not even
I
with me.
really don't.
You should.
No,
You guys should stream
let's go
that.
see. We should go see Hit Pig.
Yeah, we should go see Hit Pig.
What is Hit Pig?
Yeah.
It's like Hit Monkey, but a pig.
Is that
It's
real,
about a
or are you
pig.
messing with me?
It's about a pig that he basically goes and finds animals, and he's teamed up with the happy-go-lucky elephant or something. I don't really know. I haven't seen the trailer, but the billboards are fucking everywhere.
Yeah, that I have no idea what it is. It's just I just see the billboard on my way to work.
Wow, this
Yeah.
is scary.
What?
It looks, I'm just looking at pictures of the art. It's crazy. Oh, it's Andy Serkis movie.
Oh, there it is.
What
Your
the
perfect Venom follow-up. Yeah. Okay. Well,
Let's see here. It says Hit Pig is upcoming animated adventure comedy film directed by Cynthia Angelini and David Feiss, and rooted from children's book Pete and Pickles. The premise is a futuristic cyberpunk world. Hit Pig, a bounty hunter pig, sets out to capture an elephant named Pickles, but ends up finding themselves in a crisscrossing world of adventure. It's like Midnight Run.
This is futuristic cyber. Okay.
Well,
I don't
think
see. I look at the pictures. I don't see it, but okay.
yeah, I think the book might be futuristic cyberpunk, but
It's based on a book?
yeah, a children's book called Pete and Pickles.
I see.
There is a human.
neither one of those are good names. I'm sitting here like Hit Pig or Pete and Pickles.
RuPaul's in it.
Okay.
I like RuPaul.
Yeah, everybody does.
I don't know about everybody. Hulk
Oh.
Hogan don't.
Like Hulk Hogan says he don't.
Yeah.
Look, let him have enough real American beers, and then
Yeah.
ask him again. Ask him again.
Yeah.
Tiger Clan chat says, I love seeing Venom being silly. I can see why that would appeal to some. I'm not in it for that.
Also, Taken Tugboat said, by the way, just because I'm making some quick question, have my brothers in FF tried atole or know what it is?
I don't know what it is.
I'll say yes.
I know what it is, but I've never had it.
I had never heard of it. I just looked it up, and it sounds like something I want to try.
Have you ever had champurrado?
Wow. I want to say yes, but I don't remember.
Champurrado is a atole with chocolate in it.
Yeah. Huh. Heck, you never lived.
Dude, I know.
How has Lawrence not had it? They have it in Belize, right?
I think they
that
do.
Should be a tradition.
Yeah, they do.
But
But Larry's like,
No,
he just started being Belizean once, like
Trump
came in the power.
Don't do that. Listen, we use masa for a lot of stuff, but not usually in the drinks. At least not that I've seen or heard. Like nobody in my family does it, or that I know of. And, again,
Larry knew exactly where I was going. Like, no.
no. I'm like, don't do that, Moses. Don't do that.
Yeah. It's basically like a hot chocolate type of drink, but made with corn flour.
Yeah, so it gets very like great. It's almost like drinking gravy, like sometimes with corn, and then the champurrado is with that, but also chocolate.
It's like a really thick horchata.
I had a Mayan chocolate chip cookie this weekend that was really good.
What is that?
Wait.
It's basically
Mayan.
They call it the Mayan cookie, but it's basically a chocolate chip cookie with like dark chocolate. It's basically the abuelita chocolate, the Mexican hot chocolate. But then they throw a little cayenne pepper in it too, and that spice just adds.
That sounds good.
It's amazing. Yeah, the cookie was amazing. I couldn't have it because I'm fat, but
I'm fat.
Yeah, I had a bite out of it, and I had a bite the next day, and it was even better. Yeah.
When you bite it, do you see the ancestors, like the spirits, pop up?
No, because it's not made by anybody, as far as I can tell, by anybody connected to. But who knows? Because it's a cookie place that basically takes you around the world and it synthesizes their cuisine or their culture into a cookie. So there's like a Cuban one and Indonesian cookie, like there's like a mango sticky rice and mango cookie, like from Asia, like. I want to try them all, but I can't.
I want the Colombian powdered donut.
Yeah, they had that too. Yeah.
Colombian powdered donut.
Yeah. It's a place. I forgot what. It's in Culver City. I forget what the name is. I had the box here, but I figure I give them a shout out now that I brought them up. But
it's crumble. It's crumble cookies.
Nah, ain't no fucking crumble cookies. It costs half the price too, and it's twice as good. Oh, here it is. Thank you, baby. It's called laid cookies.
Mm.
Oh,
and you feel like you got laid because they put a laid when you travel. Right? So they started with like Hawaiian cookies and then expanded to other parts of the world.
Okay.
So what's in the Hawaiian cookie? Spam?
Hold on, babe. Do you remember what was in the Hawaiian cookie? No, yeah, no, I didn't. We got the flourless brownie and the Mayan cookie. Yeah, the flourless brownie was amazing too. Like, it had like melted fudge in the center.
That sounds good.
That sounds pretty good.
Like a lava cake, but inside a cookie.
Damn.
All right, let's get on and start talking about Vox Machina. You guys ready?
Also,
no, it's more about gel coat.
When the fourth round would...
Don't you call in?
doesn't look good already. Jumbo Scampi for limited.
Okay. Oh man, did we lose Jay? It happens. Jay was like,
He doesn't like Vox Machina. Yeah.
He doesn't like cookies.
He read it.
You're losing me in half an hour, so let's get going.
Yeah. There it is. So okay, cool. Let's talk about Vox Machina. Hecht, are you familiar with the Legend of Vox Machina?
Absolutely not. I've seen the name. That's it. I haven't.
That's fair.
I haven't checked it out. I don't even know what it's about.
Hey, look. Luckily, we have a resident expert here with Oz. Oz, tell Hecht and the rest of our audience what the Legend of Vox Machina is, and where we're at in terms of what we're talking about today.
It was basically the first campaign for Critical Role. So it's based off of a D&D game that they're playing that they've decided to animate and make a, I don't know, is it considered anime or is it just an animation?
I mean, I think
they try to do that anime style, but
right,
it's titmouse, so it's not made in Japan.
Right. So it's an American anime, same like Avatar.
Yeah, and they're just kind of retelling the story with some slight changes here and there. It's just a really cool show.
There it is.
If you don't have the thousands of hours to go through the D&D game,
right? Which you did for a long time, right, Oz?
I still do. We're on campaign 3.
Oh, jeez.
Should be wrapping up soon.
So, how closely? Because if I remember us when we first talked about Vox Machina, you were saying that for the most part, a lot of the beats from the campaign followed the show in like season 1, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now it's
the same thing. It's like I said before. It's kind of what happens, but condensed, and there's differences that they do for story reasons. For example, in the campaign, during one of the battles, a character does die, but because it's a D&D game, they're able to resurrect the person relatively quickly. And in the series, the person dies, and then the next episode is the funeral. And so he's going to come back because he's important in the future, but it's a little jarring that this character is being laid to rest, and that's not what happened in the original stream. But story-wise, it kind of makes sense. You can't just instantly revive people.
They make it dramatic for TV purposes.
Yeah, especially I'm sure they're getting a lot of watchers that didn't watch, don't know that was going to happen.
Yeah, look, I'm one of those people.
Did you watch the whole thing?
This season, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Okay,
so you know exactly what I'm talking about then.
I do. And I didn't know, what was going to happen or how it was going to turn out. And so, yeah, but I was curious because watching this season, I was just like, are we off these campaigns at this point? And they're just writing stuff, or are these all still based on campaigns? Because that's really my question. Season 3, is that still the first campaign still?
All of Vox Machina is the first campaign, because when they get to campaign 2, it's whole new characters. They're also getting their own show.
Really?
So you'll start seeing stuff for the Mighty Nine, and that's their second campaign characters.
That's crazy. So that show's already in the works, or is it done and getting ready to come?
It was announced that it was approved, but I haven't heard any updates on it, so I can't say for sure.
Okay. Now, Moses,
Yes.
You didn't really watch. Like I don't remember if you watched any of the first season or not.
I watched
Did you?
5 episodes of the first season.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then you didn't watch any of the second season.
Mm-mm.
But then you did watch some of season 3, correct?
Yeah, 2 episodes of season 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how was that like making that leap, like basically skipping an entire season? What was your experience like watching these first couple episodes of season?
So it's definitely like, if I wanted to watch the show, it'd be I'd be doing myself a disservice. It's not that I don't like it, but it's like I don't have time for it. So it's just
you gotta pick
like,
and choose.
I want to play Dungeons and Dragons. I don't have time for it. And then the idea of watching somebody play Dungeons and Dragons, if I don't have time for it, is asinine to me. And then having it animated is also double asinine. So so now I'm like, so yeah, but they really do like capture like the cartoon, the third season, the 2 episodes in third season were really great. Like, they're just great, really great fucking episodes. So it's a great cartoon. I think if I didn't know it was like something that somebody played before a campaign, like I probably would have really been on it more, So it's so that's where I'm at with it. But and then like for some reason Prime made me watch after like episode 2 of season 3 finished. It made me go back and watch season 1 like where I left off. So some of the episodes got mixed when I was watching them, but and then that really showed like they've progressed a lot. Like the characters have changed a little. Like you see the like in an RPG, like if you're in the 40th hour of the game or the first hour, like they're very different, And in the third season, they're very different. I know which character is what from the first season, and seeing them in third season, like different skills and stuff. I'm like, wow, like it might be something that I should have probably watched, but I'm still not gonna.
Yeah, I would agree. Like as somebody that wasn't really like into it, it's like even from season 1, I definitely was like, okay, like this is cool, but I wasn't like, especially like I feel like when we had done the review of it for season 1, like I wasn't as much into the show as like I remember just Jay and Oz like talking it up, and I'm pretty sure Jay after the fact was like, dude, you didn't watch any more? You need to watch more, right? And so eventually I did, and I was like, oh, okay, like
because you only watched like I remember we watched something like he watched something like 4 episodes or 5 episodes, and then you watched just like 1 or 2.
Yeah, I watched like the first 2.
Third and fourth episode of the first season were really good.
Yeah. And I will say that like by the time I got to the end of season 1, I was like, yeah, you know what, this show's legit. Like it's legit. And I wasn't like, oh, okay, like I gotta watch Vox Machina, but I was like, Vox Machina is something that should be on my radar, you know? Season 2 was like next level stuff for me, where I personally was like, oh, okay, like I'm into this now. Like I'm invested in these characters and like where their story leads. And man, so to the point where I was like, yeah, like, I mean, as you all know, like I was like, we should be talking about this in like, bringing it up as potential topics or whatever. And I will tell you, man, season 3 did not disappoint. Like, it definitely was like, okay, like these characters are pretty interesting, and where they end up and how they get there is all like really cool stuff. And and I know like this must be something for you as a person that like, like you said, you've been following all this time. Like I don't like, how do you know how long ago it was that you were listening or watching Critical Role? When
at least 10 years.
At the point where the stuff that's happening in this show now, that that actually you were watching that 10 years ago?
Yeah. The stuff
That's
now,
crazy.
yeah, probably about 8 or 9 years ago. I mean, they started off with Geek and Sundry. So how long ago was that?
Right. Yeah, exactly. That's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, just to watch the development of the different characters and to see them actually grow is really cool.
Which is what pisses me off because I don't have not the friends nor the time to play it. So I just get angry like at it. Like I wish I could be like those people. I just
Yeah.
want to play. But I don't
Yeah.
have time, And I know like Taking Tugboat always wants to get a good thing going. Like he wants to be the dungeon master. And then I have a client that he wants to get in. It's like they do Skype D&D. But then they also like trade wives, so I can't do that. Yeah, they're like
That's
swingers.
what happens with those
They're like
D&D people, man.
They're swingers and D&D people. Like,
Yeah, man.
so I'm like, no, I'm good. Like
There it is. Why do
he
you
goes,
think we haven't seen April and Norm lately?
He's like, I got a character for you that you can use, and I'm like,
Yeah,
no,
you have
no,
to roll to see if you get the wife or the husband.
Well, that's kind of how they play. Yeah, it's weird. That's what he was telling me. So. And that's how I'm like, no, I'm good. Like I'll create my own character and just play with myself.
If you watch the live stream,
I actually wanted to tell Taking Tugboat like, hey, I'm gonna give you this guy's number if you want to play D&D.
If you watch the live stream, it is a little weird because, like, I know those two are married. I know those two are married, but this girl and that girl in the game are in a relationship. And then there's an episode where this guy and this girl who's married to that guy, like, their characters, like the whole episode is their characters are having a wedding. And it's just, it's weird. But that's how it starts.
Moses, how'd you feel about the animation?
Man, the season 3 animation, like I feel like they stepped it up. Like I don't know if they got more budget or something, or they got Korean slaves or something, but they got the animation's like top, like it's like 90s, like really cool, like animation that I miss. Like I feel everybody cuts corners now. Like Crisis on Infinite Earths 3 came out, and it's like that one was good too. And I'm like, man, like they're stepping up, they're stepping up the game with animation. I don't know if it's better computers or processors or transistors or shit, but like the shit's coming out good. Like there was a period of time where it's like everything was like weirdly frame rate, especially for streaming, because could be my internet, but the shit's super smooth,
Okay. And Oz, what'd you think?
Well, don't forget the first season was they went through Kickstarter.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And now that it's been big, I'm sure
it's
proven.
Yeah. So I could definitely, you could tell the jump in quality, like especially for me that I only watched like 5 episodes of season 1 and then jump into season 3. Like it's almost jarring how good it in a good way, like yeah.
That's fair. And so you agree with the assessment for the animation, Oz?
Yeah, you can see they put more money into it, and I mean, I could say the same for the live stream. If you look at those first few ones and then tune in like now, you see a huge production difference. They're not afraid to reinvest their money.
Well, you think 10 years ago, it's like the webcams, like
right.
Whatever they were using, even if they were using regular cameras, like it's still shit was the processing or the streaming quality was different.
Yeah, well, so, look, those first few episodes, it looked like they were in somebody's kitchen, like doing it, and like now it's a professional studio. They've got sets. It's crazy.
See, now I can't even go back and watch it. Then now that I'm interested, because it's like too far behind.
I recommend.
I don't recommend
listening during the drive.
Listening? Oh yeah, no.
Like a podcast.
Yeah, no, I'm too busy listening to Howard Stern when I drive.
on repeat.
Well, no, he does.
Mo's out here listening to Howard Stern episodes from 10 years ago.
I actually do do that too.
I know.
Like,
Listen, I ain't joking.
they have a when he's not live, they do like this day in history.
Well, they're getting season 4, and I'm predicting season 4 is going to be the last season
Yeah.
because
Why do you say that?
They were teasing Vecna at the end of season 3, and he was the final boss in the final episode of the first campaign.
Got it. So they're gonna get out while it's good. Get while the getting's good.
I'm sure they're going to move on to the next ones, and campaign 2 and 3, like everything converges in campaign 3.
Oh, really?
There's the last few episodes have been crazy because the Vox Machina, the Mighty Nine crew, and then the campaign 3 crew are like together, and so everybody at the table is playing 2 characters.
Oh, interesting.
And
that's wild.
It's actually kind of a mess. It's good for me because I can tell by their tone what character they're supposed to be. But even there's points that they like confuse themselves. Like, no, wait, that's not me. Hold on. So I'm assuming they'll do season 4, and like I said, they plan to do the campaign 2 stuff, and if they keep going, they might do the convergence. With the anime too.
Well, look, that sounds like an awesome way to keep your thing fresh and interesting. Because, by the time they get through the second series, once they do the third series and then you get the callbacks and stuff, people are going to be like super excited about that, I'm sure. I will say that this season has been super interesting because it's been like a constantly shifting kind of threat, like a constantly shifting threat. And from like looking at where we started to where we end in regards to season 3, I was just like, man, like that was a great ride. It's like it does feel like a great dungeon master campaign. Like it really does feel like that, with just like all the different, like, I mean, how can you mess around and like be mad at like cool ass dragons, so
I mean, you could do it in Venom Last Dance.
Right there, right. It's like, how come we don't get cool ass dragons in Venom The Last Dance? Even though, again, like I was never a big fan of that, but whatever. Oz, tell me what was, if any, was there any disappointments in regards to season 3, like things that you were hoping to see that you didn't get to see, or changes that got made that you were like, I don't know if that was for the better?
No real disappointments, but there's stuff that from the stream that I'm looking forward to, and I was hoping would show up in this season. But haven't seen it yet, so we'll see. I thought they were going to do it. Their bard, there's one point where he just leaves the group and is replaced with another character that's just fucking amazing too. And there are moments in this season where you kind of got the feeling like, oh, he's gonna leave. Oh, here it comes, and then he doesn't. So hopefully they're saving that for season 4.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Let's see, Mo, you got anything else you want to say about The Legend of Vox Machina? Anything about your experience or?
No, it's great. Like, it's one of those things I recommend that I don't watch myself. So, but I like now, especially, I have to make time on the treadmill in the morning. So that's probably the next thing I'm gonna watch. Because I've just been watching, Andy Griffith reruns. So.
Oh no, dude, you should definitely. Like, I feel like Vox Machina on a treadmill is a good idea.
Oh yeah,
like you gonna walk further than you ever thought.
Well, no, like that's the thing. Like the episodes feel short, even though they're like average, 20, 22, 25 minutes. So, but they feel like 10 minutes sometimes. So
100%.
So that I'm, I'm bending time and space. Well, not space, but time. So I could do like 3 of them and get a good cardio in, you know.
Right. So, what about you, Oz? Anything else you want to say before we rate?
No. Oh, you asked me about changes earlier.
Yeah.
The demon card player gambler guy.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that's totally a creation from a side story where they went over what happened in the Calamity and all that.
Oh, so that didn't happen in the campaign. They just added it in.
No, that was recent. That was like 2 years ago. I recommend it's 4 episode, like it's a D&D session, so they're like 4 hour long. So if you have the time, dude, it's a different dungeon master that does it, and he's really good too.
That character was pretty awesome. I liked it. Yeah.
Dude. What they show in the stained glass, his friends that he was part of, all those are great characters, especially the eagle guy.
Oh wow, man, that's interesting. I wonder what made them decide to just do like a little shout out episode thing.
Just to add it in. He's not the one that they gambled with. It was like some giant woman, and it would have been like just kind of generic. I think this character was more badass.
Oh, okay. So the events of that actual thing did happen in the campaign.
But I don't think they happened in hell.
Guy.
Like it wasn't. I don't think it was for their souls. I forgot what they were gambling, but it wasn't. They weren't in hell gambling their souls away. So what they did is actually better.
Got it. Interesting. That's really interesting.
Okay, and that's just to say that some of the changes were for the better.
Right. Okay. No, that's awesome. I appreciate you letting us know that. Okay. Well, shoot. Let's go ahead and give this bad boy a rating. Oz, what would you rate season 3, The Legend of Vox Machina?
It's a 1. I hated it.
Hated it.
Nah, it's a 5. It's been. I don't even remember what I rated season 1. I don't think we talked about season 2.
We did.
I assume I said 5. If I didn't, then I was wrong then, and I'm correct now. So 5.
There it is. Moses Magnum. What would you rate The Legend of Vox Machina?
It's a 5. Like I don't know what I rated the first. Like I know, like I have been watching and stuff. So when you guys brought up, I'm like, if I like the first, I know how I felt about the first. Like I'm probably gonna feel the same, but it is like better. So if I rated it a 5 at the first season, it's a 6 now. Yeah. It was like those 2 episodes were like really enjoyable, and you know, even though I was tired, I was still able to follow them, and it's still like just the animation is good, the characters are good, like, and the story itself. Like, if you want some good fantasy, man, fuck Rings of Power, watch Legend of Vox Machina. You know, like you want fuck yeah. I didn't like that second season, The House of the Dragon. Watch Vox Machina if you want some good fantasy. Yeah.
There it is. As for myself, I would give it a 5 too, dude. It's great. Like, if you want some friggin' fantasy animated awesomeness, Vox Machina is the way to go.
I feel like if you watch that and then the other one, the Netflix one, that was the League of Legends thing.
Oh yeah, Arcane.
Like between those 2, like you got some really cool, like quirky fantasy, like that's more like role playing than it is like how Lord of the Rings is. Like that shit's more like high fantasy, or So if you like, definitely those 2, like, because you get your little cyberpunky or steampunky shit too, but but it fits into that type of medium, like the Dungeons and Dragons stuff, So
dude, I can't wait for the next season of Arcane. I'm sitting here like, where is it? Like, I know it takes time, but where is it? I'm like I can only rewatch it so many times.
I want to play that game, The Ruined King.
Yeah, I want to play it too.
I almost bought it just. Eventually I'll play it, but I didn't. I think it's on Game Pass now, actually. So
it very well might be. Yeah. And trust me, I'm right there with you. Like, there was a point where I almost bought it too, and I'm like, dude, like, let me just play Bravely Default 2.
Yeah.
And wait for like let me finish that, and
I
if
still
I
haven't finished
decide.
Octopath Traveler.
That's what I'm saying, right? Like I got
Yeah.
all these amazing RPGs that I already own that I haven't finished. So let me finish the ones I have before I buy a new one. So
I paid for a year of Game Pass, and I still haven't fired it up yet. I did that
there
like
it
3 months
is.
ago.
Yeah, man.
Which is why I'm so angry all the time.
That's why. All right, El Hecht, man. What do you want to talk about, friend?
Hey guys, real quick, I gotta peace out. So I'll see you next week.
Hey, appreciate you, Oz.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts?
Go watch Vox Machina and Critical Role.
And go watch
There it
Heavy
is.
Metal Minute.
Oh, you know what? Superman and Lois is out, and
Oh yeah,
dude. As much as I hate the changes in that show, it's fucking good.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
stupid ass Doomsday, but yeah, he's good.
All right, cool.
Oz, go watch Heavy Metal Minute on TikTok.
Heavy Metal Minute.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a new one. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I need the views.
There it is.
All right.
Later, Oz.
Bye, Oz.
Yeah, man. But if people want to watch that, like, they got to go to your account, right? Or is there a Heavy Metal Minute account too?
I think it's Heavy Metal Minute, or
Okay.
might be mine. I don't know. He knows where to find it.
Gotcha. Yeah, it was a good job. I was excited to watch it. So cool. But go ahead, Ect.
I was gonna review that Robin Lives series.
Oh yeah. Tell the people what it is, man.
I was hoping Oz had maybe read it too, because I need somebody to get on my train of crappy art.
Like he was too busy cleaning up animal entrails this week, but
I think they call them innards.
Innards, animal innards.
All right.
What is Robin Lives, Hecht?
So it's a mini series that. So remember the facsimile of Robin Lives, where instead of Jason Todd dying, they said, "Oh, he lived."
Right.
So it's a continuation of that. It's basically a huge what if. What if he lived? What happens in the aftermath?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a 4-issue miniseries that basically goes through it, like the trauma of getting your ass handed to you by the Joker, and then Batman dealing with his own trauma from this, like how he feels he let it happen, that he couldn't do shit about it, that Jason Todd feels that it's a nothing issue, like, no, I'm fine, I lived, it's all good, you know. And it's a lot of trauma and mental gymnastics of trying to rationalize this whole thing, like it's okay, but it's not. And it's a wild ride. And
so Jason Todd is like truly traumatized but won't quite admit it to himself.
Basically, yeah. Because you got to remember, like in that whole lead up of Death in the Family, up to the point where it like diverges, he finds out his mom is alive, and then she dies.
Right.
And then he comes to the brink of death. So it's like,
yeah, it's a lot.
It's like a huge thing. And
yeah,
I like. Is it okay if I spoil the whole thing? Can I go through it?
Yes,
because I got issues with a lot of.
Okay, go ahead.
So it's 4 issues. They go through they go through the whole story. Like it starts with Jason Todd coming out of the hospital and then having to go through therapy to deal with the repercussions of everything that he went through trying to get the Joker. And then Batman basically saying you're not Robin anymore. And Jason Todd being pissed off, like, no, you trained me for this. You made me this. Like, I have to go through with it. I have to be Robin.
Right.
And it's just a lot of rebelling against Batman. And even Nightwing comes about and he's like, I relate to you. I know what you're going through. Not really, because I've never been that close to death, but I get where you're coming from. And he tries to get on his level in their rebelling against Batman and whatnot. But it comes down to what the fuck happened? What were we saying?
Oh, no, you go ahead. No, you go ahead.
It's trying to stop Joker because Joker still has shit going on. He gets his diplomatic immunity taken away from the Iranians, I believe.
Right. Yeah, it was Iran.
Because they're like, no, look what you did.
It's like, you're killing kids. They're trying to kill kids.
Yeah. So it's like, no, we gotta take that shit away. and I believe Superman still has a role in what happens. Because I think Joker still had he either had a dirty bomb or a nuclear bomb. But he gets dealt with in that respect. And it's Joker goes and tries to take out Robin because Jason Todd's still trying to rebel. So he goes to take on the Joker to show that he's fine. He doesn't have mental issues. He's going to take care of everything by himself. So he goes and tries to take on the Joker. And Joker's like, no, you can't do that, kid. I got you. And then Joker's like, no, I'm not going to kill you this time. You're going to be my sidekick. And he comes up with a new kind of serum, some kind of brainwashing serum. So he makes Jason Todd a lackey, like a sidekick. And I forget. Oh man, what was the name? Like Lackey, the boy bait, some shit like that. I don't remember. But he becomes a sidekick for Joker for a little bit, and then kind of shakes off the serum, like shakes off the brainwashing. And Joker takes him out, like, no, like you're this piece of trash that you always were. You can't even be a good sidekick.
Damn.
And leaves him again, but not for dead. But kinda, because it's a trap for the Batman. And it deals with this rare bat in Gotham that's been poisoned by the Joker, but they're not dead. They just have the poison in them to infect all of Gotham with Joker, not gas.
Toxin.
Yeah, Joker toxin. So they're trying to stop this because Joker left a calling card for Batman using one of the bats, and it almost got Nightwing because Nightwing wasn't thinking and didn't think that there'd be anything there to infect him. So that pisses off Batman and whatnot. And Batman goes to get Joker, their final showdown, whatnot. And they end up in a cave with all the bats. And it's this like life or death thing. Like it's all going down. It's almost like a Dark Knight Returns where they have that fight in the love tunnel, love cave, whatever.
Love tunnel.
Yeah, what is it? Tunnel of Love. Yeah.
Yeah. The ride, right?
Yeah. So they have their fight in the cave. Jason Todd is back. Like he's up. He's back. still no help, still dealing with his trauma, comes over, takes out Joker. Like, he bought a gun, takes out Joker. Done. And Batman's like, what have you done? Holy shit. And Joker's just gone.
Damn.
And then Jason Todd runs away. And they're like, wow, holy shit, where'd he go? This fucking kid. And Nightwing finally comes back with them, and he's like, he's okay now. And they're like, holy shit, what the hell did he do? And then the cops come. They have to cordon off the whole cave. I think they have to euthanize all the bats because they're infected.
Right.
And it's a wild thing. And finally, Batman and Nightwing find Jason Todd, and there's this lesson of family and whatnot because they didn't yell at him. They're all together hugging on a rooftop, like, the family's together. And Jason Todd has to go back to therapy because he killed a man, but nobody knows he killed a man. Oh man, let me backtrack a little bit because that's the main part of the story. The thing is, the therapist that Bruce got for Jason Todd is this renowned therapist, top of her class, all these awards and whatnot, great. And to help Jason Todd with his therapy, and to help Jason Todd not have to worry so much about hiding the identities and whatnot, Batman shows his identity to this therapist. And that helps her to help Jason Todd better. In the process, Bruce Wayne kind of throws game at this therapist. Over time, Jason gets his help. Batman gets his help.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah. And so they're doing that. And then we come to where Jason kills Joker. And it's still a thing. From the point of the hug on the rooftop, it diverges to Batman's not going to be Batman anymore. He's going to be philanthropist Bruce Wayne, who's in a relationship with his therapist. Nightwing keeps up the vigilantism, and Jason Todd lives a normal life. So you got Nightwing staying Nightwing. Jason Todd goes off to school, becomes a man, and all this stuff. And I believe Bruce Wayne married the therapist. And the final pages of the last issue are they go off to see Jason Todd graduate from college and whatnot. And he graduates. Everybody's happy. And in the end, it shows Jason Todd getting dressed in his apartment, putting on makeup, and looking like the Joker.
Damn.
The end.
So it's like super tragic.
Yeah, because he never really got over the trauma. And instead of, becoming the Red Hood like he did, he just goes full on Joker.
Sorry.
And that's what could have been.
Dodgers winning 7-6 now.
I thought it was top of the 7th or bottom of the 7th.
It's top of the 8th right now.
Oh shit!
But they're winning 7-6. They stole a base.
I thought you were just happy. I thought you were just happy about
Jason
Todd going full Joker.
Yeah,
I was like, man, Moses is dark as hell, man. Moses is like,
it's a good story as an alternate take on what was. I like the story a lot. I
But
like
the art wasn't good, huh?
the story is great. The story. The art does not fit the story. Because
Man,
in a story that's supposed to take place in an alternate take of a story that was written in the 80s, that had specific art, that was colored a certain way, drawn a certain way.
right?
You do not expect to have a alternate telling be art that looks like scribbles.
It looks like scribbles.
It looks like scribbles.
I looked at one page right here on Google Books, and the Joker design. I think I'll probably do this.
Like a lot of the Joker stuff,
Yeah,
it's well drawn.
yeah,
But when you really look at the pages and look at the art, it's doodles. It's sketching.
yeah.
It's not drawn. It's sketching. It's sketched.
Well, you see a lot of those lines in there, like, and you can see it sometimes with some Liefeld stuff around the mouth and stuff. They do that here, but it just doesn't. It looks like it was clean, and then they put them back in. You know?
Yeah, like I don't know what the point was. I don't know what they were going for artistically, but it looks like shit.
I think it's probably drawn on like an iPad. No knock to that, but like some people do it better than others. Yeah.
I mean, if you're drawn in an iPad, you got layers. You can have layers.
Yeah. But you know,
with
but
the art tips.
and that's the thing is like sometimes like they want to give it, they do it on an iPad, but they want to make it feel like it's on paper, so they leave some of those in or make a layer a little more transparent. You know,
that's great.
Color.
Do it on another book. It shouldn't have been here.
That's great, doing another book.
Yeah. Or at least this person shouldn't do it. You know, like
the art is okay, but it doesn't fit the book. Okay. When you're telling a story that's an alternate take of Jason Todd living instead of dying, I expected closer to the 80s look. I'm not asking for one-to-one, like somebody copying the style verbatim. Like I'm not asking you to copy. I can't even remember the artist of the original, but I'm not asking for a one-to-one copying or make it look like that style. I'm asking, make it look similar, but especially color it similar. Because this whole thing of leaving the lines in, it detracts for me, it detracted from the story. Because I'm looking at this and it reminds me of Arkham Asylum, Serious House on Serious Earth. Because I don't like that book. I really don't like that book.
Gotcha.
And the art's great. I don't like it for the book. It detracts from the story. The story is far out to begin with, and then you have art that is supposed to go with the story, and it distracts from the story. And that's what this is, but even more because I expected something different. I expected more 80s, an 80s look. And it wasn't there. It looks like somebody telling an alternate story with doodles. That's what it looks like. It's like, oh, it's all a dream sequence. And it's very, I don't like it.
Yeah. So what would you rate it, Hecht, overall?
Taking into account the shitty art, 3. I like the story.
Okay.
The art takes away a lot from it. And even, oh man, the presentation of some of the stuff like didn't feel like the way it should have been, like a Joker from the 80s. It felt like almost 90s or like 2000s. Like it just didn't feel to me like it followed the time of when the original was made. Because they tried to put cartoony shit like an 80s Joker, but it felt forced, not like, oh, it's Joker with a Joker van. Oh, you know.
Yeah.
It felt like a forced camp instead of like just campy.
Yeah. Was it Jim Aparo did the art in the original Death in the Family?
Yeah. And I was like fucking 5 when I got the trade paperback.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like the art that I know. When I
Yeah.
started drawing, that's the art that I tried to copy.
Yep. And the covers were Mike Mignola.
And those covers were fucking so good.
Yeah.
I only had the one with Jason dying, but the other one I wanted to have. I just didn't get to the comic store or anywhere in time.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah.
Larry, I got something for you because it is Devil's Night.
No, thank you.
You don't think that's terrific?
Mo had to go.
Oh, bounced out.
Damn it, Mo.
I
was like,
I didn't like. No, I did. No, I did that. I took it. I didn't like it. I was like, let me. Look, I could go, but then we need somebody to host it, like close out the show. No, man, where'd you get that?
Comic-Con. They were promoting it at Comic-Con, so we bought a couple. Well, no, we didn't buy them, but they gave us some.
Yeah.
And it was like dudes with the mask, but they were like, not nude, but they were like shirtless, like buff dudes with just this mask on. Like,
I don't think you can be nude at a Comic-Con, right?
Yeah. I mean, you might, outside of it, you can, you know. Yeah.
So, all right, let's get out of here. Let's do some final thoughts. All right. El Heck, give me some final thoughts, friend.
Remember, it's Halloween tomorrow. Please check your kids' candy. Somebody might put a DVD of Will and Grace in there. You got to protect the kids. You got to watch out. You might have somebody putting in real American beer into your kids' candy. You got to protect them. Search the candy. Take what you like before the kids see. And then just give it to them.
Amen, brother. Moses Magnum, final thoughts.
Yeah, man, just subscribe, like, hit the bell. There's stuff coming. I promise. Just been editing stuff. There's a new Heavy Metal Minute at Heavy Metal Minute on TikTok. And yeah, yes, that's it for me.
Cool. For the entire Fantastic Forum, thank you all so much for hanging out. We do appreciate you. We'll be back next week. Until then, we are the Fantastic Forum. Good night.